Hi, my name's Des Turland. I'm Group Development Chef for Brend Hotels in the southwest of England. I look after 11 hotels and 100 chefs, so it's really important to me to use the best products in the kitchen and the most reliable products, and that's why I always turn to Major. This next dish I'm going to do for you is Piri Piri short baked ribs in beer. So for this recipe we're going to use 6 half-pound short ribs. We've got 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, onions peeled, cut halfways, a pound of onions, garlic puree, we've got 3/4 of an ounce, dried thyme, we've got half a teaspoon, we've got 1.5 ounces of Major veal jus powder, we've got 3/4 of an ounce Major Elite beef stock base, Piri Piri Mari base, 2.5 ounces, brown sugar, 1.5 ounces, chopped flat leaf parsley, 2 tablespoons, 2 2/3 of a cup of ale, canned chopped tomatoes in juice, 1.5 pound, 1 cup of water. Okay, I want to start by taking our vegetable oil into a hot skillet. We want to get that oil nice and hot. We just want to brown the ribs off, give them some caramelisation. So we're going to take our ribs, obviously place them in away from you, very hot. So these are going to take about 5 minutes either side. Just give a nice caramelisation to them. While they're in there, a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of black pepper, tiny little bit of salt. Okay, after about 4 to 5 minutes browning, you'll see the caramelisation started to work on the short ribs, so we're just going to turn them over. Okay, after another 4 to 5 minutes either side, you'll have a lovely caramelisation all over your beef ribs. So we're just going to remove these now and put them into a heavy oven-proof pot. Okay, so into the skillet, go our onions. So we give them about 5 minutes, just so they soften up, along with our garlic puree and dried thyme. Just keep turning them over. We just want to get a little bit of colour onto these onions. Keep moving them around. Okay, after about 5 minutes, our onions will be nicely brown. What we want to do now is add the brown sugar to this. What we want is to caramelise it so that brown sugar really becomes nice and sticky and caramelises these onions. So that's going to take again about 10 minutes on a moderate heat. Don't want too fierce a heat on this. The next stage is we want to take our water, cold water, into a pan. We're going to take our veal jus powder and just whisk that into there. Just incorporate that in. Add our ale to our onions and pour that in there. We're going to bring all this to the boil. Going in with our tomatoes. We're going to add our Major beef. An ingredient that gives it a real kick is the Major Piri Piri Mari base. Gives it just that little bit of kick, a little bit of bite at the end of it. Once this is all cooked through for about 2.5 to 3 hours, the spices from the Piri Piri will really come through. Okay, we're just going to incorporate all that. We're putting into that our veal jus as well, so in with that. Once it's come to the boil, what we want to do is just pour this over our ribs. So we're just going to gently pour all that. And that's going to cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours. Lid on, into the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, so after 2.5 to 3 hours, or until tender, look at that, absolutely superb. The sauce will have reduced down, it'll have become sticky, it'll have coated the ribs. Superb. I really smell that piri piri essence coming through. And these are absolutely fantastic. We're going to serve it with fresh tagliatelle, finish off with a little bit of freshly chopped parsley. Okay, so in our Piri Piri short baked ribs, we've used the Piri Piri Mari base. Absolutely fantastic. A real essence of the Mediterranean in that. Really comes through on the ribs. We've also used the Major Elite beef stock and also the Major veal jus. So we've used all 3 major products to create an absolutely stunning dish that would grace any menu. A superb dish. You know, and I always look for consistency in my kitchen, and Major deliver every single time.